Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Trans with your hosts Gabriel and Leo. Unfortunately, Leo is stuck doing homework tonight, but I do have a extra special, absolutely adorable co-host with me tonight. She has a smile that is unbeatable, a ray of sunshine. She is my senior, my God's gift, my firstborn, Leo's roommate, the incomparable, the immeasurable, Kai.
Hi, guys.
All right, Kai is coming to us after a very, very busy night. She had school, she had cheer. She came in and literally, I said, hey, look, Leo's got some homework. I need you to jump in with me on this one. And kicking and screaming, she came out of her room and agreed. All right, maybe not.
That's not how it went.
Can confirm.
You hear Leo in the background. You be quiet, do your homework. So the dogs have chilled out. And the reason we brought Kai in tonight was, again, because, Leo's doing a little extra. But Kai also belongs to the LGBTQ plus community. Kai is not transgender. Kai is what we classify as cisgender. Comfortable in her own skin. Comfortable with her gender. I personally think she likes her bits and pieces. As much as I think any teenage girl does. You didn't see her just pat herself down, but she did. She wanted to check and make sure that they were still there. Welcome. This is studio. This is studio life in LGBTQ or Let's Talk Trans. So you're just gonna have to suck it up. So tell us, you're not, like I said, you're not transgender.
No.
But you are pansexual.
Yes, I am.
So tell me what pansexual is to you.
What pansexual is to me is, I like females, transgenders, and males.
Okay, so not inanimate objects.
No.
Not pans.
No.
Not octopi.
No.
Not horses. Not
No.
cows. What about your dogs?
I love my dogs, but not in that way.
Oh, okay. It's a friend relationship,
Yes.
right? Okay. Are you currently dating a transgender?
No, I am not.
Okay, you're dating a cisgender.
Yes.
Okay. But if a transgender hottie came your way and, maybe, just maybe. I mean, I got a couple I can hook you up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But,
oh, boyfriend, watch out.
But I'm loyal, so I'm going to stay with my boyfriend because he loves me for me and I love him for him.
Aww, and
Disgusting.
it is. It's dribble. It's so dribble. All right, so Kai is let's see. Oh, excuse me here, 1 second. I apologize. Kai is oh my gosh, I completely lost my train of thought. So Kai is not Kai's actual name. Kai, like Leo and myself, Kai gave Kai their own name. I keep saying Kai. Kai came out with a preferred name. Excuse me. Holy goodness gracious, that was bad. See, you did it too. That's what we get for eating right before a show. Kai came up with Kai's own name, and Kai actually means warrior in Korean. But why did you pick Kai over your preferred name or your given name?
I am battling a autoimmune illness, and I wanted to change my name to Kai because I thought it would suit me better than my old name. That's pretty much it.
But do you consider your old name to be a dead name? Like, you know how like my birth name is my dead name. Nobody calls me it, unless they're really trying to irk me off.
My old friends call me my dead name time to time, but I have to remind them here and there.
How do you feel about reminding people? I mean, and the reason why I ask that is because, again, we have parents who are parents of newly transitioning kids, or they're parents of kids who have just come out to them. Said I have an adult friend who's probably as old as your grandfather or very close to your grandfather, my father's age, and his college graduate child just came out as they, them. And so he too now has to acclimate to referring to his child as a name that isn't their given name. So, like, what I was saying is how, correcting people, and how do you correct somebody without, being aggressive? This is not my name.
With my friends, I kind of give them a look, or I'll say that's not my name, in like a sweet, nice way. Not in
I can't see you being a sweet, nice way
kind of way. And
okay, so there's the nice way, and then there's the not so nice way.
When people are being mean about it, I'm gonna be in a mean way. But
because you're a teenage girl.
But from like my old friends and my family, I will go up to them and be like, "Hey, this is not my name. Just a reminder. Please call me by Kai. I understand you're trying, but just."
So and again, Leo and I have brought up Grandma before. Grandma has issues identifying. She's trying to identify. Do you have problems with Grandma identifying? Because you don't have the gender problem, but you do have a preferred name problem.
For her, I can see her trying. I just feel like she just doesn't want to.
Okay. Maybe a little hesitation, kind of that. Mm-hmm. So, from parents' perspectives, it's like I said, for parents who are listening who have children that are non-binary, maybe they identify as they, them, or they've transitioned and prefer a different name. Do you, how do you feel? Do you feel better when you approach the person and say, "Hey, look, that's my name, not my name," or do you feel more confident when I go, "Hey, look, that's not Kai's name's Kai. Don't use that name. Use this name." So, do you prefer doing it yourself, or do you feel like maybe that backing, my backing, means more to you?
It depends on the situation. If you were there, then yes, I would feel confident for you doing it. But if I'm like alone with some random people or like older friends, then I'll stand up for myself and do it.
And that brings up the thing. We talked about you being a cheerleader before, and some of the people you've been cheering with for umpteen odd years. You've been cheering with them since, you guys were like 5-6 years old, and you're seniors now. Do these people refer to you as Kai?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Have they ever dropped the old name by accident?
Here and there.
Here and there, and you correct them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do they know about being pansexual?
No. And
you don't feel comfortable with them? Is that you don't feel comfortable telling them, or you just don't feel like you're not that close? You know what I mean? Like, you're not that close of a friend that it's something that they need to know.
I feel like they're not ready for it.
Okay, because, coming out as transgender, that's one thing. Coming out as transgender, and we discussed this in episode 5, the gender unicorn and coming out, presenting. Leave my gender unicorn alone. Kai is laughing at my gender unicorn. I freaking love that unicorn.
I didn't even know gender unicorn was a thing.
Have you not seen the gender unicorn?
No, I've never seen the gender unicorn.
You don't check out your own family's pages, you
I'm
traitor.
busy with school. I have midterms coming up.
Midterms. You have midterms coming up.
Midterms coming up. I am sorry.
Mm-hmm. The gender unicorn is... So, yeah, the gender unicorn, again, whether it was brought out by one of the multitude of colleges or what have you, but the gender unicorn is used to identify gender affirmation, gender expression, sexual orientation, things of that nature. And it kind of helps kids to, better understand where other people might be coming from. With that being said, for you not coming out, you're not comfortable coming out with these people because maybe they, you guys, like you said before, and you said this earlier in conversation, you guys are prepping for college. There's grants, there's, FAFSAs to fill out, there's applications, there's midterms right now. There's so many other things that right this second you just don't feel like coming out to them is, there's no point. They're not worried about your sexuality. You're not hitting on them. So there's no reason for them to worry about your sexuality. I understand that. So then let me ask, because we've never had the sexuality conversation. We've had the birds and bees conversation. But we've never had the, so, how do you identify conversation? There's been no car rides with you and me like there is with Leo.
Yeah.
The car does not do the same thing for Kai that it does for Leo. We can't go on 7-minute conversations and have full outings with each other. So, how did you know you were pan?
I realized I was pan because me and my best friend that I've been friends with since I was a freshman, we were talking about transgenders, and I found this guy that I thought was cis, but really he wasn't, and I thought he was cute, and then I realized, so I'm into trans also. And my friend's like, so you're pan? And I'm like, what's pan? And he explained the whole thing to me, and the LGBTQ, and I thought,
I guess so, right?
I guess I am.
Yeah. So now that nags a question to me, okay? Because I'm a person who, you love who you love who you don't. To each his own. Everybody's to each, it. Black, white, purple, yellow, maroon, aqua, left, right, up, down. I'm waiting for Leo to jump.
A,
B, B, A,
CD.
Yeah, A, remember A and B conversation before C jumped over D and beats the F out of you? Okay, anyway. So the thing of it is that I don't understand. And again, this is a gender thing, or not a gender thing. Maybe it's a generational thing, which is what Leo and I primarily do. It could be a generational thing where I don't understand why you have to identify a sexuality when a transgender woman, female to male, or male to female, is still just a person.
Mostly because there's some people that see this person as their dead gender.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll introduce themselves and say that they are a trans male or a trans female, but the other person who's against that will still see them as their dead gender and call them by their dead gender and their dead name and their pronouns, when it really doesn't. They don't like that, and they just keep doing it, and that's what makes them.
So what you're saying is that the reason why you identify as pan, whether it's a cisgender or a transgender individual that you can fall in love with, has nothing to really do with whether they're cisgender or pangender or transgender. You just see a person as a person.
I see everyone as a person.
And you like to, but when you see a transgender being referred to by their dead name, or you tend to want to be that barrier that kind of divides them from the negativities of the world.
I have a bunch of transgender friends down at my school. I have this one.
I certainly hope they listen tonight.
I have one transgender friend, not naming his name, but he's a trans male, female to male.
Okay.
And he's in my shop. I go to a tech school, and no one knew he was a trans male until he said something.
Trans male to female, female to male.
Female to male.
Okay.
Because his voice, he was taking the testosterone, and his voice got really deep. So none of them knew that he was a girl to
right,
male.
right.
Sorry.
A transitioning female.
Till he said something.
Okay.
And they still see him as a person. They just make fun of him here time to time. And I stand up for him all the time.
I'm proud of you for doing that. It's not always easy to stand up for somebody in the LGBTQ community because there is so much ridicule. And we do, I hate to say this, because Pennsylvania does tend to be a fairly liberal and open state, but there are pockets. I think there's pockets in every state. But we happen to be in one of those pockets where there are a lot of ill-educated and negatively opinionated individuals. Do you agree, disagree? You look like you're starting to get tired on me, so...
I'm a bit confused on what the question is.
Did I use too many big words?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, in this community,
yes.
All right, where we live, in this area of Pennsylvania, okay, we have a lot of people who